Nigel's 50th.
Right. Do you even think of putting this on the school screen?
This is the last one. I'm actually going to go mad. Actually, it was just right, wasn't it? So I don't really want any more than that. What else have you got to go on the page? Anything else to go on the page? There's the pomegranates. Oh, Luke's doing it. Oh, the tomatoes. You can use all the tomatoes up if you like.
Put that 10 on yes.
That's it. And then the last minute we'll drizzle it with
fire. I mean, there shouldn't be, but just in case, I want you to all know where the fire exits are. One is through that door, down the stairs and out the front door. Another one is through here, and the other one is through that door there, and then turn back on yourself, and then you come out down the stairs, back out through the front. Okay? Anyway, we'd all like to find your seats and have the first course.
Enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
So I have been asked on a couple of previous occasions to say a few words about my oldest brother, and I've often struggled to find anything interesting to say about him. So I'll continue as normal by relating a few stories about Nigel, some of which may be true, and I'll let you figure those ones out yourselves. So we have some history on Nigel. We have his Bedfordshire Education Committee, School, Woburn, 19th of July 1963. Class 2, Religious Knowledge, C. English Reading, A. Composition, Oral, Written, B. Spelling, B. Mental, B. Oh, sorry. Mental Arithmetic, B. Mechanical, B. Problems, A+. Crafts, minus, etc., etc., etc. But Nigel seems to have settled down thoroughly well after his early problems, it says. I'm not sure how they work. You can have one later. And we also have a little book that Nigel's done about Harold the Hare. It is my birthday, I would like a satchel and a Meccano. I had my party. I'm only having one boy to tea. Michael Mayburn. Are you here, Michael? Can even keep one friend? Tonight, here, no background in. Tonight, there's something on the television I really want to see. It is called Fireball X. Anyways, he talks about cress sandwiches and how he ate cress sandwiches. And he brought bread and butter for Mrs. Carter. And we made the bread and butter and cress. And Nigel and Christopher ate them all up, especially the crust. And he had mashed potato and spaghetti. You spelled that badly. Using our names on here. The family table, you hope you'll know how to spell it. On Saturday, Mummy bought Hugh, Simon, me, crossed out to I, crossed out to me again, a wigwam, and me a feathered headdress. Tomorrow I'm going to tea with Matthew. Today, 2 of my aunties come to have dinner. Do you remember that?
Vividly.
Today I came to school to learn about God. Mummy went to Luton and bought me a pair of khakis. Yesterday, Mr. Ellis was gone. Goldie, he went into the road, but Mr. Ellis got him. His dog is called Russ. Today we did the frieze of Aladdin and his lamp. Tomorrow I'm going to cut my crest and eat it at tea time. And then we've gone out there, I'm not quite sure where this one is. Monday, May the 27th. On the 17th of May, my Uncle Gilly, who is a soldier in the army, has just come. Very delicate old paper. It's December the 24th. And to put it some real perspective in our last read, age 8, Nigel probably about the same, maybe a bit younger, to read this. Loud and clear.
Dear Santa Claus, I hope you're well and nice and busy. This has got so many people, and I, Nigel Nodbud, would like to... I was supposed to say that. It's like to grow bigger and stronger, so please may I have a bodybuilding session? Simon would like...
Electric, difficult.
And you would like some Lego. I hope you have a very happy Christmas and some nice presents and best wishes for a happy New Year. Lots of love from Nigel Nodbud, Simon and Hugh. P.S. Please, if we get them, could you leave the big presents downstairs?
There's more.
Dear boys, thank you for the dreamy biscuits. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Love from Santa Claus.
Well, Nigel did get his wish that Christmas, but, you know, unfortunately he wasn't strong enough to open the racking. But I didn't get him in time. I only got this yesterday, but you can get a Gold's Gin chest expander, 1999. So put that over to Nigel. Perhaps, so I have another story about Nigel. I have several, and I'm grateful to Mum this time for relaying this story about Nigel, as I wasn't born at the time, and not be for Mum's eagerness to relay stories about one of her children to the others, then I've never known about it. So it concerns a letter from the headmistress at Nigel's nursery school, advising parents of the boys that her toilet, which is the toilet that the nursery lady had, it was in her house, was no longer to be used by the boys, and now they had to wee in the drain outside. Well, the reason being was that the boys had been attempting to see who could wee highest up the wall, obviously making a bit of a mess. Now, people thought this was bad enough, but the letter that Nigel brought home included a PS saying the headmistress was especially concerned about Nigel as he couldn't wee any higher than the skirting board. Anyway, there's one particular occasion I do remember in Nigel's youth, was one where he's seriously indebted to me. I'm not sure whether today this debt has yet been settled. But anyway, Mum and I had gone shopping, leaving Nigel home alone. He was about 17 at the time. So I suppose anyway, 10 minutes into our journey, the windscreen shattered, meaning Mum and I had to return home. Obviously, Nigel wasn't expecting us. He was up in his bedroom, with the music on loud, doing naturally what every 17-year-old boy would do when left alone in the house in their own room. As we came to the house, I went upstairs to Nigel's room to tell him my exciting news, shopping trip cancelled, and realised that once I turned the handle on his bedroom door, something was up. It only been 10 minutes. Major panic ensued as Nigel started flapping his hands and shouting at me to stop Mum coming up the stairs, while he frantically opened the windows and tried to waft cigarette smoke. Well, Mum didn't find out, or she didn't let on she did. Nigel was terribly relieved. I'm not sure what we're all thinking of that.
He was going live.
Well, as we know, Nigel's been renowned for his legendary meanness, although he said that about me last night. And I'm able to top one or two of his mean moments. We had a tidy at home recently, and I found some records that didn't belong to me. So after 30 odd years, Nigel, I'm happy to say thanks for the short-term loan. And,
Well, I'm overwhelmed, you.
and there's a...
You got my average white band.
But, well, there it is. There's a nice bag.
Come on, man, let's see what you've got.
Let's see what we've got. There's a couple of other little things in there just to say thank you.
Just to see what I've got.
Bad company. Yeah.
I'll take this up.
Oh, yeah, we got it. And keep going. Steve Gibbons.
Yes. Good. You wanted to do the corner of your chair.
Did you? Moody Blues. That was 10 things by my record shop today.
Santana.
Genuine stuff. Now your real favourites. Well, hold them up, come on, let me shine. What does it say, Nigel?
Talking about, I can read.
incontinence and bedwetting.
Captain Crossing, ladies, thank you very much.
And there's also a couple of presents in there from 10 million, so we have 10 million. Yeah.
Sorry they couldn't be here.
Sorry they couldn't be here. Thank you, Mother.
Just continue it. That's what mothers do.
What do you want to do?
Well, you can do, will you not?
Indeed. Magazine? Saga!
Okay, alright. Thanks, as I said earlier, I was struggling for material on any of Nigel's major or even minor achievements, so I thought I'd work through an alternative list of achievements for Nigel. Knowing him as well as I do, I reckon he must spend at least 2 hours per day minimum in the bathroom. Yeah, probably. Maybe a few more when he was 17, perhaps, who knows. This means that in the last 50 years, he's spent 36,500 hours in the bathroom, plus an extra 24 for each leap year. This is equivalent to 4 years and 1 day cleaning, preening, and making this horrible hacking sound he makes every single morning.
These are my friends.
Food consumption, we reckon Nigel's probably eating average 3 meals per day. That's 54,750 meals in total. That's enough to feed the capacity of 2,000 at Ashford FC, 10,300 at Luton FC, and 42,420 capacity at Chelsea. Right, where else have we got? So going back to the age of 17, Nigel's probably driven about 15,000 miles per year, or in total just under 500,000 miles, meaning you could have driven 20 times around the circumference of the Earth. Based on an average of 30 miles per gallon, that's 16,666 gallons of petrol you've got through. Today's prices at 90p per litre, quite cheap. He's spent £75,000 on petrol, which, had he managed to drive a bit more carefully at 35 miles per gallon, he'd have saved enough cash to buy himself a decent car. So anyway, before I finish, just need to say thank you to Nigel and Pat, of course, for a wonderful evening. Don't leave it so long before you throw another party, and I wish you good health, a long life, continued prosperity, and eventually a measure of reasonability. Cheers.
The business, Nigel, which many of you probably won't know very much about. I thought I'd probably start with a joke. I didn't do a joke since the 11th of October 1989, when I was at a conference at Interflora, and we were doing a presentation. And the equipment broke down, nothing as wonderful as you had today. And I was the next speaker, and I got up onto the platform, and we were trying to fix the equipment. It was before PowerPoint and all that sort of stuff came on. And what happened was I started to tell a story. And as I got through the story, it was going quite well. I think I'm really into this. And then suddenly I thought, there are 1,000 women here, and this story isn't suitable. And it was a lovely story, but it wasn't suitable for the ladies. So that's why I'm going to tell the story again. And so I hope you'll forgive me if I stay a little bit serious. Nigel and I go back, I think, I was trying to work it out, tell me, 1980 something?
Yeah, something 83.
83, okay. Nigel had been working for BHS, I think in those days. And BHS, wonderful company, but obviously not really able to keep Nigel's interest. I think it was Milton Keynes who were working with at one point. Yeah, doing really well. And then he decided to enter the field of shop equipment, shop fitting. where I had been since early 1970s. And he came and joined us, and he started off as a sales consultant, working in our eastern region, I think. Yeah, I've got to say I think, because I've got a senior moment, he needs to correct me if I go wrong. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend a long time on this. His career as a sales consultant was average. He had a couple I've got the XMD here as well. I was going to tell a couple of lies, but I can't, because his memory's better than all of us. So from there, Nigel progressed and he went into management, and he ran a region. It was a particularly difficult region because there was a very irascible Scotsman amongst the team who had a slight fondness for the drink. Very good salesman, mind you. And there was also a guy from sort of the east end of London who was an incredible salesman who used to cause you a lot of problems, but very good salesman nonetheless. So Nigel did all that, and we worked together for a number of years. Nigel then stayed in the business, I moved on, and he went to work for various other businesses, which the company with which I was concerned worked with the parent company. And he went down to Exeter, and he went up to Bradford, and then he left and he did something else, and he ended up selling some stuff over in Europe, where he learned his French. And he was very unkind to me one day because he phoned me up home. He was staying at our little house in France, and he put on this wonderful French accent to say that I had trouble with the plumbing. And I've never really forgiven him for that, because I thought it was really trouble with the plumbing, and I wouldn't have known what to do. But he very kindly, in the end, I think it was Patricia, gave him away, but gave me a lot of grief. But I would like to say that Nigel, over the years, has been a great friend to me. I've enjoyed working with him. I still work with him. In fact, he's done some teaching for me at our college on our degree program. But he's very, very good with people, as I expect you all know. Very warm, very kind. He's in a business which requires him to work with people all the time, to place them in businesses, and to do well for them. And he's very successful, very hard-working, and it's been a lovely, great pleasure to have known you all these years. And that's really all I can say, but thanks very much for inviting us tonight. It's been a great evening, and thank you.
Thank you. Just talk amongst yourselves for about 2 minutes while I go and get a prop or two. It'll be very short and sweet, I promise you. A crutch, you'll need a crutch. All the way from Munich. That deserves a round of applause. Ingelmans and Silvermans have driven all the way from Essen in North Germany. I was going to say that David drove all the way back from France, but unfortunately he didn't come from Germany. You know, I woke up this morning and I thought, well, I'll be 50 tomorrow, and it's a big time in your life. And I was lying in bed and I heard the newspapers come through the door, and I said, pick up the newspapers. Weekend. 6 at 50. It's interesting. 6 at 50. What's it all about? What I did discover is there are an awful lot of women, 50 plus, who, well, I won't go into it, but the article's good. Well, there's a couple of funny things. I invited a client of mine to come tonight, and he's a guy, he runs quite a big agency in London, and he's been a client for a number of years, and Patricia invited him, and he wrote back saying, I'd love to come, but I can't because it's my mother's 50th, and I didn't invite her so much. But it's kind of scary to be my dad. So that was quite embarrassing. All the allusions to saga. You know what saga stands for? Sending aging gits away. There's one person responsible for all this. That's my mother. She's sitting there. She's the one who put my brother up to it. Stand up, man. I said they don't pour you 10 minutes of best for nothing. I said that's not the amount of best that you get in the car, it's the amount of wine you being 50 or almost 50, I'm not actually 50 until tomorrow, but one of the things, there's a great French philosopher called Eric Cantona, who also played a bit of football as well. Not for the right team, but he was from a bad footballer. And one of his things was that you are you. You do in your life what you want. And it's important to have no regrets. And I don't have any regrets. There are certain things I haven't done in my life. I've never skied. I have no regrets. I've never been on a cruise. No regrets. I've never eaten a pot noodle. I've never had an alcohol. No regrets.
Never had tasted music.
I've never had a tattoo.
Never got married in a bonnet.
I've never cheered for Arsenal. No regrets. And I've never driven to Skoda either. No regrets. I just want to say thanks to everybody who's come tonight, especially the people who are helping. Ro, who's in the kitchen, is now gone. Anne, who's been a great source of help today. Thanks very much indeed. Helen, who's filming away, and all the waitresses. I'm very lucky. I've got a fantastic family. I've got some wonderful friends. And I've got a fantastic wife. And can you just stand up a minute? Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I'll finish off now by saying that, you know, in life, I think we all have heroes. And you have different heroes in your life. And, you know, people like Muhammad Ali, Mourinho, Brian Clough, even as some few of you know, a well-known politician. But I think it's always important to have a hero. And I was thinking, my wife Patricia, Daisy, has done a fantastic amount of work for the party. What can I do? And I know who her hero is. And I just wonder, does anybody recognise? Well, it wouldn't appeal to everybody. But you, my darling, are going to spend a day with Delia. Evening. There is plenty more drink. There are loads of sausages outside. It's been wonderful having you. Stay, the band are going to play, it's going to be a bit of dancing, who knows what. And there's also some birthday cake. Chelsea gets the arse. As always, Chelsea wins. We're going to cover that soon. Have a look, Nigel. Well, thank you very much indeed.
He's always been talking his part up, and now I know it's true. Hang on, Mum, we've got one more to go.
We're ready, Mummy.
I don't know what I've just photographed. My eyesight's so bad. Billy always manages to look the other way.
Hello.